Hello, internet. I don't even know where to begin. I'm filming this in a complete state of shock, which I know is probably distressing and is probably giving go have a sleep. But I honestly feel so numbed out right now and so disorientated that I feel like the only thing I have to do to place this situation is to finally address it after 2 weeks of sitting back, watching certain things unfold and not being able to get any clarity from the person that it involved, who was what I thought one of the great loves of my life, and not of my own volition either, from what I was told over and over and again. But to just state facts and I guess to address this slowly, and finally I guess say something, it has come to my attention in the past 8 hours that everything we sort of saw unfold on what I thought was a fake reality show where I didn't need to worry about the validity of my relationship was in fact laced in a lot of truth, which has been so probably one of the most craziest, intense, awful, horrific experiences I've ever probably gone through in my adult life. To just give you my story, my comment. Yes, I was watching the same show as you all. I could not talk to my partner at the time, and it was very unsettling and very hurtful, and I did feel betrayed by the things that I saw conspire. I got offline because I couldn't talk to the person that it involved, my partner, and I also, given all the context and facts that I had by virtue of the relationship we had before they went into a social experiment, the messages I received before, the messages I received throughout. I don't know if anyone, as was mentioned on the show, I was receiving video messages every day in admiration of me and our love and our relationship, which indicated a sense of solidness and trust that I chose to believe and get clarity around. And I honestly thought I would come on here right now with my partner being like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated and we're happy as Larry. But the truth of the matter is I decided to show up for my partner and hold up my end of the bargain of being in a partnership and being a teammate. And I flew across the world to support and be there and hold that person in whatever they would be experiencing, leaving such a wild experience. And instead, I was dumped at the after party with Chris in the next room, which is fucking crazy to say out loud. It's truly crazy. Like, there's a lot of processing that needs to happen, which maybe I should be doing before getting online. But honestly, I've been quiet on here for 2 weeks and I felt like I've sat in this. And I think now I'm at the point of, I guess, some level of clarity that I and I guess we, people viewing, weren't crazy to what they were seeing. And that a lot of the things that were depicted were rooted in truth. And I have become collateral in that truth. I will take accountability for the fact that the internet, oddly enough, did warn me and I had my own instincts, but I chose to believe in what I thought was, I don't know, the kindness and the connection I experienced on my own level, like in my own life. And I, wanted to honor that and believe that because it felt so true, so true. I guess, like, in an odd way, like, I don't know if you can, I haven't processed it enough to, if you'd want to call it love bombing or whatever, but it seems to me I have experienced a version of that, being told that I'm the love of someone's life, being asked to marry them before this social experiment, being adored throughout behind closed doors, being hurt by what I saw but wanting to work through it and have a conversation and get clarity and, you know, to be met with, being, I guess, further humiliated in a weird way. That's more of a feeling. I don't know if it's fact, but I feel further humiliated in the fact that in that believing of someone's words and actions was actually left a bit high and dry. The story goes right now, in the last 8 hours or whatever, I flew here and I went to the live show to show up for my partner, and support them in their experience, and then obviously later on address my feelings of like hurt and like work through them like all relationships do. But before I could even get back to the hotel, it's actually crazy, went to the after party with my, I guess now ex, crazy thing to say, and was dumped in the party. I was told that there are confused feelings there, do with that what you will, and that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person that they wanted to spend the foreseeable future with, which has honestly been, as you can probably tell by my demeanor, so shocking that I feel kind of subhuman right now. And I feel incredibly humiliated, and I feel a bit embarrassed. I feel like the internet might have warned me a little bit, and I guess didn't listen, but I also just followed my heart, and I love really big, and I love really intensely, and I believed promises, and I believed gestures and words and acts of intense intimacy. I would love to say that I like had some intuition or something, but I don't know, my only intuition would have been like probably things that people already make their own judgments about the situation. But in terms of intuition, in terms of like seeing any of this coming, I can hand on my heart say like no. I think my reason for saying this is like, firstly, I probably pride myself on being honest online. I also felt the need before I go back to being online, I needed to address it, and I really just want to move on. And I feel like the only way to do that is to just like put it out there and be like, yep, this is what happened, and this is, you know. And also, I don't know, in my head I was like, I'm so in a state of shock. Like, as you can see, I'm smiling when really I'm so devastated, because I'm like, so shocked that I was like, you know, maybe this is a good time to just state facts and not feelings, and not come on here like crying my eyes out, which not looking forward to when that comes. But yeah, everything we saw transpire, the emotional cheating, the overcrossing of boundaries, and the questioning of our relationship on national TV was not fabricated. And it took that person less than an hour to follow through with, yeah. In terms of Mr. Christopher, I don't know, I have opinions, I'm not going to say them now. In terms of their relationship, that's their journey, enjoy. But yeah, pretty brutal. I feel pretty embarrassed, pretty humiliated, but I also feel incredibly proud of myself. I'm gonna cry. It's happening. Oof, don't cry. I feel pretty proud of myself that I showed up as the partner and the person that I want to be, which is someone that is fiercely loyal and believes people a lot of the time to my detriment, I'm realizing now, and trusts that people have kind intentions and have a kind heart and would never, no matter how they're feeling, want to hurt someone. But joke's on me a little bit. I don't know what the future of this situation holds. I don't know. All I know is right now is that the person that told me a lot of big things and reassured me till the cows come home has, decided that they don't want to be with me and they want to explore independence and explore certain feelings. This isn't me, I don't want to get on here and be trash bag about it, because there's been enough of that the past 3 weeks with the internet and the trolling and the way that people have come for me, for my relationship, even for that person. No one deserves that. Has been pretty fucking relentless and pretty taxing, and I feel pretty spent. I feel extra spent to, instead of be met with love and I guess I thought my effort to fly 24 hours would be considered, but instead there was a lot of anger around things like the letter and not wanting to be on TV and stuff like that, which is fine. Everyone, wants what they want from their relationships, but I thought I was doing the right thing by coming over here and by showing up and by trying to be the bigger person in a situation that has been so incredibly hard and so incredibly intense and so incredibly destabilizing, and again, I keep saying the word humiliating. I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys right now. Yeah. Back to regular programming, I guess.